Hi everyone. Welcome to another Sinday School Session. Tonight we will do a little Q&A. There were a couple people that said what they wanted to see as far as topics go. I know it's hard to pinpoint a topic when there's so many topics. So I totally understand that. And I am going on late, so I apologize. But I had to get prepared. This was last minute, so I do not have any cue cards or anything like that. So if one of our transcribers can caption this. Sorry, I'm tired, it's late. But the show must go on. So the two things I am going to address are the ones that were in the comments. One of them was asking about unhexing, and then someone else was asking about home blessings, like moving into a new house and what you can do to be proactive and, give your home a fresh new start. I do know a lot of people that have moved recently, so it's probably a good thing to talk about. And as we go on, if anyone has any questions that are just random questions, I can try and answer you, or maybe we can find the person that knows the answer to the question one way or another. I'm going to try and get a half an hour out of this. I don't know if that's going to happen. But yes. All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about. So I'm going to use these two books, and I will put links of these books in the comments. So these are ones that it's a great reference book. A great wise man once said, you shouldn't have to remember something if it's in a book. If you have it in a book, you shouldn't have to remember it because it's more space in your brain that you're taking up when you can just look in a book and it's quick. So these books are great for all purposes. They're going to tell you what herbs are good for what, and that is huge because you can find some stuff that's really easy to find locally. Just walking around, you can find some of these herbs and things. So I guess the first one we'll talk about is the unhexing. So of course there's many different places that you can buy pre-blended unhexing incenses, protection bags like Mojo bags, stuff like that. But you can look in these books and you can find unhexing herbs in here. One of my favorite ones that I found, actually I'm pretty sure it was in this one, and it is Hoodoo Herb and Root Magic. Like I said, I'll put the link in the comments. This one's a really good one. And this one, of course, it's Scott Cunningham, and it's the Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. So these are very good, very good. So in this one, burdock. Burdock is a really good unhexing thing that you can just find everywhere in central New York. Especially growing up as a kid, you'd come back, or if you had a dog and it got away, it would come back covered in burdock. So you can pluck those off and you can actually use those in unhexing. Now, let's see. There's a bunch of different unhexing herbs. So we are in Scott Cunningham's book. And hex breaking, bamboo, chili pepper, datura, galangal, that sounds magical, don't know what it is, huckleberry, hydrangea, squill, thistle, vetiver, wintergreen. So there's a few. Yeah, exactly. Burdock definitely used to find people. But it's an unhexing thing, and you can make your own witch ball, which I did do a tutorial on how to do that, and I could put the link for that in the comments too if you want. But it's basically taking one of those clear Christmas ornaments, and you can put a bunch of different herbs, intention-filled herbs, and it can be unhexing or even just protecting you also, like especially, you know, if you're trying to break a hex, you want to make sure you're protecting yourself against future ones. So you can make a witch ball out of that, and it's pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. Now, rue is also a really good herb. That is a very multi-purpose, really good herb to have. It's in both books. It has lots of different uses. Yeah, it's good to add to baths to break hexes. Now you can do baths. I would not recommend putting burdock in a bath unless it was really fine powder, but whole burdock, I would not recommend that. Yes. Yep. Oh, there we go. See, that'll be fun. That's a cheap place to go, Walmart, to go get those. It's a good idea. But rue, yeah, rue is good. Rue is also good if you were trying to make like a blessing for your house. A lot of the times when I talk about home blessings, and I know I'm jumping topics, but as far as the unhexing goes, that's a really good way. And you can also make a witch bottle. If anyone has any questions on how to make a witch bottle, the Voodoo Store has a great article on how to make witch bottles. I can include that in the comments. It's a very, very easy to follow, you know, instruction on how to make a witch bottle. And you can make an unhexing one or a protecting one. So you can actually make one in a new home blessing type situation too. But so as far as I would recommend, and it's probably because number one, I'm a Virgo and I like to clean. Number two, I clean, you know, I clean people's houses. So I think that's a great way to clean your space is if you use a cleaner that is also cleansing. If that makes any sense. So you can make your own at home. It's a mixture of like water. I can put some recipes in the link as well, but okay, we're back. I had to put it on data instead of Wi-Fi. That's what I always have to do. But I know that the data has my back. So here we go again. We are in home blessings. That's what we're talking about right now. So you can make sprays. It's a spray cleaner that actually cleans your house, but at the same time, it's also giving it some protection and some cleansing properties. So you can put in there, you can make it yourself. You can use spring water, vinegar. Vinegar is a cleaning agent, and it's also good for anti mold growing in your cleaning supplies. But you can use that. Yes, there was a little blip. I'm sorry. We're back. We're good. But you can put that in a spray bottle, and you can put like sage essential oil, pine essential oil, cedar, stuff like that. Lavender. You can even put some chamomile. I mean, you can. When you're making this stuff, you can put it on your stove. Maybe I'll do a Sinday School Session on how to make your own cleansing cleaners. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. So, yeah, you know, you could boil herbs in a pot and use the water from that in your cleaning supplies too. So you can make cleaners that are sprays that are like a multi-purpose cleaner, and it's also cleansing your home. And while you're cleaning, you should be saying, you know, anything that you want for your home, like, you know, bring prosperity on my home, bring happiness into my home. You can incorporate all those things into your cleaning, like while you're cleaning. That's your ritual. That's a ritual that you are doing for your home. You can also make floor washes. I do make these things, and the one that I personally make for the shop is a pine mixture, pine and lemon, and it's really nice. Lemon, I love using lemongrass or lemon balm. Those are my two favorites when it comes to especially happiness. Happiness is one of the biggest things that I promote, you know, so of course I'm going to add that in there. And it smells amazing. It's energizing. It's also cleansing. So these are all good things to do home blessings. You can also make, you know, different types of wards for your home. You can use horseshoes and wrap certain color strings on them, depending on what you want to promote for your whole home. For example, in the shop, I do have a horseshoe. Hold on, just get it. Hold on. I did stuff still. I'll get it. There's probably spider webs. Okay. So this I made for the shop. This is actually specifically to promote better business. So the green, obviously. So then I have some zinc foil and I have garlic and a pentacle and green beads. And this is all to promote prosperity, especially in regards to finances. So you can make something like this for your home that is more of a protection ward or something that promotes peace and calm. You can really go in any direction with these you want, you know. And you can even do the witch ball for your home blessing. I'm not even gonna mess with this right now. So, what else do I have to talk about? I have a few little things in here. Alright, so rue, that's one of those magical herbs that has lots of different things. So then there's purification, so this could be used in any kind of cleansing your space sort of working. Where is it? Okay. So anise, bay, benzoin, cedar, chamomile, fennel, horseradish, hyssop, iris, lavender, lemon, parsley, peppermint, rosemary. I'm skipping a bunch, but there is a lot. But these are like the ones that you might have heard of. Thyme, tobacco, valerian, vervain, thistle. Yeah. So there's many different herbs that you can look into. You just have to look at this. These are great reference books, and I know that I've posted at least this one before. Ooh, I'm using the table to put those on. I'm sorry, but it just lays it out for you exactly what you need. It's a wonderful thing. So maybe now we take questions. If anyone has any questions. I don't think I've seen any other questions in the group recently. I have been seeing a lot of like, how do you write your own spells sort of thing. And to me, when I make my own spells, it's more of just me speaking from my heart and exactly what I want. You don't have to be all rhymey and, use old ancient words or anything like that. You can just speak from your heart to whoever you call upon in each of your workings. And you can prepare beforehand and write it out and figure out exactly what you want to say, but you don't necessarily even have to do that 100%. If it's just speaking from your heart and it's your truth and you're putting it out there, you don't be nervous about it. And you can also look at, there's a bunch of different books out there of different spells. You can use those as the bones of your own spell. You can add in whatever you want. You can pick and choose, sayings from some of these spells. You're the one that's saying it in the end. You're the one that's putting it out there. Make it your own. That's the whole point. And everything that we do, it's always about making it your own and really personalizing it and being specific with everything that you want before putting it out there, I don't see any questions though, and I don't see a lot of viewers either, and I know I'm late. I didn't mean to be so late, but I wanted to make sure I had some sort of cohesiveness in all of this. So, we seemingly don't have any questions. So if anyone that watches this later has any questions, you can feel free to post them right in the comments. obviously I'll get the notification. I don't know. I don't think that was a half an hour. Was it? I just don't know. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 9:11 p.m.
That was not a half an hour at all. She said have a good night. But I can't think of anything else that anyone's been asking lately. I know there's a lot of new people. Hi, Zachary. There's no questions. There's no questions at all. It's a Q&A and there's no questions. I know this one was a last minute one. The next 2 Sundays, we do already have people doing those. I'm just like the filler in person that just takes it when nobody else does. Thank you, Mom. I'll remember the best. But it's true. You know, our family is all about follow your intuition and pick your own way, and everybody has their own way, and that's fine. Everyone's allowed to do their own thing and be their own person, and that's how it's always been. And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. No questions. And we did a 15-minute Sinday School Session. So as far as the spell work goes, December is a new month. So once December hits, we will have new spell work assignment, and Jeff will be covering that on December 8th, I believe. I'm sorry for all that have an Alexa that I made answer what time it was. Mine probably would have too if it was somebody else talking. But yeah, so Jeff will be covering exactly how to do this spell work on December 8th. December 1st, we will have Crystal doing a Yule Sinday School Session. And do I have a list of good spell books? I do. There's one that's called 1,000. I think it's 1,000 different spells, and then there's one that's 5,000 spells. I will get it in the link. in the comments. I'll put a link in the comments of those books. There's also one that's 1,001, and it has the sun and the moon. I'm sure a lot of people have these books, but they're good bones. They're definitely, it has a lot of different angles that you can go at certain situations. You know, if you're looking up, you know, how to turn your hobby into your career, you can find a few different ones on, you know, starting a home business or whatever, and doing a spell that's promoting you doing that. And of course, there's moon magic and candle magic, and the list goes on and on. And we love it all. We love it all because, you know, it usually works. Especially moon magic. I love moon magic. That is some of my favorite. I know we keep saying we're going to compile a list of books, and nobody ever has the time to do it. So this week, I will put that on my calendar. Maybe we should just make we'll do a Google Doc that everybody in the group can edit and add books to that they suggest. I think that's a good idea. Because then it's group made, you know. Yes, 1001 is the one with the sun and the moon, and it's purple and beautiful. I know you have that one too. And then you have the one with the 5,000 spells. I have the one it's the same author that does the 1,000 spells. Same design and everything, like on the whole book. Exactly. The bones. That's my favorite way to explain it. Is the spells that you can find in spell books, they can be the bones. I mean, some people are naturally gifted when it comes to the written word, and some people aren't, and that's fine. You can find ways around that. You really can. You just got to be creative. And you know, this whole group is a great way to. If you do have any questions, you can just come up and post it. Books are awesome. That is the power. It's a lot of the power. And a lot of the other power is science. It is. It's metaphysical science. Ugh, see, I could go on and on about certain topics, but these Sinday School sessions should just be about one topic. Tonight was a little bit different because I did ask a few people, you know, I asked the group what you might want to see. I have not checked it though, so I don't know if anyone has added anything else. But it says we only have 3 viewers, so I'm guessing that if anyone did write anything, they're not watching. Yes, you have a bunch of books. Mm-hmm. We love our books. We do, and we love Barnes and Noble. That and Amazon, I think those are the best 2 places to get books. Definitely. We love our Barnes and Noble. And I didn't bring a water out here. But yeah. Yes, they definitely can. Well, I don't see any questions, so I am going to end this Sunday school session. I'll put some resources in the comments, and if someone could be ever so nice as to write out this short little script, it would be greatly appreciated. And again, I will put the books in the comments, all upside down and backwards. These, hands down, my number 1 tied. I know, it's ridiculous. Yes, anything by Scott Cunningham, go with. 100%, because it's more of the science of it and the facts, and you know it's a great reference books. Definitely, they're great. They're great reference books. And like I said, if you have it in a book, you don't need to keep it in here. It'll be there for you on your shelf if you ever need it. Keep your brain space for the important stuff. I mean, that is important, but it's already in there. You have the time. You have the time to look through it. Especially if you have, both of them do have a spot where it's categorized by intention. So you can quickly find exactly the herbs that you could use in any of these workings. And you can use it as an incense, depending, some certain herbs you shouldn't burn, but look into that beforehand. And with all things, this is for, if there's something seriously wrong, seek help. But look into the herbs, look into it, and if you have any questions, let us know. That's what we're here for. And that's it. So have a wonderful night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. I hope you got something out of this. And until next Sunday, I'm sorry that we're late tonight, but next Sunday we'll have Crystal talking about Yule, which is actually, I just want to remind everybody that we are going to be doing donations for the Samaritan Center. I just have to create the flyer, I guess, that lets everyone know that we're taking donations for the Samaritan Center for Yule again this year. This is our 2nd annual time. let's keep this tradition going. Look for that post eventually. And look forward to the new spell work assignment for December. And if you haven't done November's assignment, go ahead and look it up, and you still have time to do it, because everybody that does the homework, the spell work assignment, gets entered into a fun giveaway. Yay. So this month is almost up. You got till November 30th. Okay? And when you post it, do hashtag Spellwork Saturday. Yes, exactly. And that's exactly right. You can use them in many different ways. And, you definitely need to know, if certain herbs mix with, if you're on medication, if it mixes with your medication, you need to know all those things. Or if it's, if you're going to do a bath with it, you need to make sure that the herbs that you're putting in your bath are skin safe and you can actually soak in them. You do need to take certain things into consideration, but other things like lavender, you can put lavender in a bath and it's fine as long as you're not allergic to it, obviously. You could technically put the burdock in the bath. It might be a little bit weird. Yeah, rose petals, you can put stuff. There's certain things you already know that you can put in your bath, but nonetheless, look into that stuff before you do any kind of hoodoo root work, herb mixes, and whatnot. Yeah. So, on that note, good night. It was nice to teach again. And until next Sunday, have a good night, everybody. Good night. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye.